Hi there, gorgeous! Happy Save Money September to you. If you have not heard, every video coming out this entire month is drugstore themed. So if you'd like to be notified of new videos in the future, please subscribe. And thank you in advance if you do. I know a lot of you are sad that September is ending, and I'm so glad that you've been enjoying all the videos this past month. But I want to let you know, Drugstore December is coming, and I do the same exact kind of theme in December as I did this month, but I'm also going to be doing Dupe It December this year also, like I did last year. So 5 videos a week for you in December. My son is due on November 23rd, so I am actively filming a lot of those videos right now, if you can believe it. I'm having to change out my decor for Christmas decor. I have never had it up in September, but we're making it work. So regardless of having a baby or not, Drugstore December and Dupe It December will still be happening. In today's video, I am reviewing 2 new Covergirl eyeshadow palettes for you. There are actually 4 new palettes that Covergirl has released recently, but I only picked up 2. And these were in my local Walmart under a big sign that said new. I'm not exactly sure just how new these are, but wanted to review them for you here. You'll have to excuse me if I'm out of breath. 8 months pregnant, everything's getting pushed up, so breathe. Doesn't matter how many times I do that, I still can't. So I'll show you each of these palettes up close with swatches and mini tutorials with each of them so you can get a good idea of how they look and how they perform. The first palette I have to share with you is called Ascension. You are given 12 eyeshadows in this palette. 5 of them are matte and the other 7 are shimmer. The colors in this palette are rather light, more neutral toned, a lot of pastels in here also. Not a bold palette by any means. The matte formulas in this palette are very smooth, creamy, easy to apply. Didn't struggle with getting any of these eyeshadows onto my eyes, by the way. They all apply so easily. Now I'll admit, I wasn't expecting much from these palettes because I tried the Covergirl single eyeshadows in the past, and I always found their formula to be rather chalky, hard to get it to show up. They would fade by the end of the day. Sometimes they would muddy. So I went into these palettes with some qualms, but I'm very happy to tell you that I was not disappointed in this palette at all. It exceeded my expectations and the look remained vibrant and true all day long. There was no muddying, no fading, and you can create a lot of really soft, pretty looks with this palette. So 2 thumbs up for the Ascension palette. The other palette I picked up is called Reign, and I absolutely love the packaging with these palettes. Can we just talk about that for a second? They did such a great job with the packaging. It's embossed. It's beautiful for a drugstore eyeshadow palette. Again, with this palette, you're given 12 eyeshadows, but the difference between this one and the previous one I just talked about is that all of the finishes in this palette are shimmer. And you do have much more bold shades in this palette as compared to the last one I talked about also. And that was why I picked this one up, because I wanted to see how these bolder shades would apply and how they would perform. What I noticed with this palette as opposed to the last one is that there's much more fallout with the bolder shades in here. And in today's video, if you've been curious about what's on my eyes, I'm wearing the blue eyeshadow from this palette. It's called High Life, and when I was applying it, and after I have applied it and now that I've been wearing it, it is moving around my eyes. And I noticed the same thing when I tested out the purple eyeshadow from this palette earlier this week. After you apply them, they tend to move around. They don't stay put. And it doesn't matter if you apply eyeshadow primer to the inner corners of your eyes or powder. There's fallout, there's transfer, moves around the eye, unfortunately. And I'm starting to see that with this blue too. It's getting into the inner corners of my eyes. So be aware of that. Now, if that does not bother you, I think you would really love this palette. That was the only negative thing that I saw with it. The other eyeshadow that I really, really love from this palette is called Next of Kin. It's a beautiful copper shade. Looks gorgeous on those of us with blue eyes. I wore this one in a video I'm recording for December, so it's not been published yet, but you can see what it looks like on the eyes. It's a vibrant shade, and the great thing with these eyeshadows is that you will not struggle in getting them from pan to eye. They look as vibrant in the pan on your eye. No complaints there. But I did like the color stories in each of these palettes, especially that bolder palette. And again, if you're looking for something that has great color payoff, you would not be disappointed in either of these choices. So let me know if you've tried these out yourself, what you thought about them, or what your thoughts are based off of today's video. I know this was a rather short video today, so my apologies for that. I am thinking about having a video up tomorrow on my pregnancy. I've had a lot of questions on that. Right now I'm just trying to get through each day. And that's an accomplishment in itself. Anyway, thank you so much for being here, for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you in Friday's video. I may have a video up tomorrow, not really sure yet, but Friday I am reviewing a dupe that is for Natasha Denona's Biba palette. So I'm really excited to share that one with you. So more soon. Looking forward to seeing you then, and I hope you have a great day ahead.